Yesterday, we had our first problem-based learning session, our first PBL session with our first-year dentistry students. And so the class was broken up into a couple of groups. I had my own group. And so we had a bit of an ice-breaking, a bit of an introduction at the beginning of the session. And just after the introduction, before we actually got to the actual PBL, one of the boys raised his hand and asked me, "What do I call you?" And so I was a bit confused. So I asked him back, "Do you mean in this session or do you mean in general?" And so he said in general. He wanted to know if he needs to call me sir or doctor, which I thought was quite funny. So I just told him that students usually call the lecturers doctor. But then I asked him, whichever is comfortable, or whatever he is comfortable with, I'm okay. If he wanted to call me doctor or sir, I wouldn't mind. And so I asked him, and then he said he would prefer to call me doctor. So I said okay. But I just think it was a bit funny and interesting that he actually thought to ask me what he should call me, either doctor or sir. I guess because they're still new to this environment, they are only in their third week, and so they're not used to having PhD holders and clinicians as their teachers, as their educators, their lecturers. So yeah, he was just making sure that he was doing things correctly. I guess he didn't want to call people sir if he was supposed to call them doctor. Just an interesting little experience I had yesterday.